Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Chiefs win. Cry, Eagles, cry.
Great, excited to be back in the league.
You know, every day I got the Three Stooges in the studio with me is a good fucking day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So let's make sure he gets that bag.
Frauds, Price! Woo!
Justin's way ahead in picks. That's all that you need to fucking know.
Show's over.
Show's over. We're going home.
I would like to welcome you back to another page of the Playbook Sports Podcast.
Around the NFL, Eric Bieniemy going to Washington. What do you guys think about that? Taking like a demotion almost, you know? I mean, same position, although they're giving him the assistant coach title that Kansas City didn't give him. I don't think that really counts for anything, but what do you guys think about that move? Do you think he's then in line if Ron Rivera falls apart? Like if Ron Rivera and the Commanders come out slow, do you think he gets chopped and then Bieniemy slides right in? Do you think that's maybe their plan?
I think that's a hell of a plan, honestly. I mean, there's no one else I would want to take that spot other than Eric Bieniemy. I mean, they have what they need on defense right now, kind of bolstering up. And if they need someone to just power up that offense, chances are they're getting a quarterback either this year or next.
I'll say, sounds like they're running with Howell this year. At least that's what they said like a couple times. But obviously, if the situation's right for a QB, but you bring in Bieniemy, I mean, he wants to make his own name for himself. You know, he's tired of hearing, oh, it's only Reed, it's only Reed. It's like, I'm the guy calling plays, you know what I mean? I'm sure Andy Reid calls some plays, but Bieniemy is calling 85% of the plays throughout the season, you know? So, hey, let me go do this on my own, try to make a name for myself. And Rivera is an interesting position. Obviously, he wants to be there coaching. He's fought with cancer a couple times, and he's still grinding. Obviously, respect for that. Love to see that. But it's just the success of the Washington Commanders as well. You brought that up, Nate. Do they fire Rivera and bring him in? But then it's like, what are they struggling with? Well, what if it's the offense? Mm-hmm. Okay, so then you want to put the guy that's in charge of the offense as the head coach? Don't know. But, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I think the move, though, is good. You got to try to spread your wings sometime. And eventually, if you aren't getting these jobs, you got to say, screw it, I'm going to go take a job and make people just, like, mad they didn't hire me. You know, let's go turn Washington into this stud team and see what we can do. Obviously, good luck, but we'll definitely see.
Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, I think that this could be a long con by Washington. Here's their plan. Start Sam Howell all 17 games, go 2-15, are terrible, fire Rivera, say, hey, Bieniemy, head coaching position, what quarterback do you want at 1 overall? Do you want Caleb Williams or do you want Drake May?
Williams, yeah, there you go. Hey, I like that, though.
In a year, we're going to be talking about this, and I'm going to come back to this video because that's what they're doing. If you're going to trot Sam Howell's ass out there every single week against the best division in football, you better be prepared to lose all 6 of those games on top of playing the AFC.
Pleasantly surprised, and he's a stud, but let's also probably live in reality, and he's going to be benched after 5 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it could be just a win-win for Eric Bieniemy. Mm-hmm. I mean, hey, if they're good, he gets his flowers. If they're bad, he gets bumped up. Take your pick.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, and I want to piggyback what Addison said about, getting away from Reed's, wings, take away that excuse for people. And it's also like the Patrick Mahomes excuse, like, oh, he's the coordinator for Patrick Mahomes. Obviously he's going to be great. Right. Again, it asks, I hate bringing race into this shit because everybody does it. And I don't want to be one of those people that does it. But it's like, why are people like Nathaniel Hackett getting a job? Because it's the same thing. Okay, well, he's under Aaron Rodgers. Because it's Aaron Rodgers, or is it good because he's a good play caller? And he wasn't calling, it was Matt LaFleur. So it's like, just ask that question.
The head coach. Yeah.
Right. It just asks that age-old question, like, why is he still not had a job this whole damn time? At least give him a shot. It sucks after a year. He will chop him like Arizona did, but it's like, give him the year. But I don't know. I like the move. It's kind of a prove it, like everybody here has said. Like Sage said, if they're suck, Rivera gets chopped, Bieniemy goes up. There's your head coaching job. Yep. If they're, his offense has to be good if they're going to be good because their defense isn't going to carry them as we've seen the last couple of years in Washington.
Yeah.
I like the move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for Washington, I do too. I don't know what they'll do with it, but I do like that. Other stuff around the NFL. I'm just throwing this out there for fun. Sage, do you want to know who the Baltimore Ravens are going to draft in like the 4th or 5th round? Because I'll tell you right now who it is.
Oh, I know exactly who it's going to be.
Who?
Stetson Bennett?
Yes, it is Stetson Bennett. You're damn right it is. Stetson Bennett will be a Baltimore Raven. You heard it right here first. I don't know if anybody's mocking that or not, but I'm mocking it because he's definitely going there. Because why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he?
Oh yeah, that's where he's going. Todd Monken was like, "Hey, you want to win some more? Let's get over here."
Yeah, that's what's happening.
I'm excited about that hire. I'm very excited about that hire.
Yeah, you like that?
Oh yeah, 2 straight chips. What's not to love there? He's been in the league before. He's done a lot in the league. Like he went back to college, won, come back. I'm totally down for it. Have you seen how pumped he gets in the booth when he's calling
Fired up.
Dude, he's fired up.
Yeah.
And he calls a versatile game.
Good.
You know, like we have running backs to run the ball. He's going to use them all, and we're going to throw downfield. That's what we should do.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch.
Joseph going back to Denver.
What?
Vance Joseph is Denver's defensive coordinator, head coach there. Don't see that quite a bit. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's a job in the league. You cannot say no. You know what I
As
mean?
a defensive
would you rather
coordinator,
be
you
a
have to
DC
take
in
that.
the league or just not in the league, man? Like, oh, I'll go to the place that fired me. Sure.
Yeah, you saw Rex
Especially-
Ryan was up for that job for a bit.
Yeah,
too.
man.
Yeah.
I love that Rex is up for that because he was just on Get Up all year saying the Broncos suck. Russell
Yep.
Wilson sucks. He's like,
And
I
he
would
takes
be
it.
DC.
It'd be awesome if he took that DC job because
I
he
would've
just
loved it.
trashed the whole team.
Put those receipts up.
Yep. Other stuff. Did you guys see the thing I sent today about Anthony Richardson has jumped Will Levis in odds to be the first overall pick? That's interesting. I don't know why, but
Hey, it's about to jump more when the combine hits.
yeah.
We're going. I mean, we talked about it in the mock meeting. I said I love Will Levis's potential, but it's like, I mean, I guess Richardson probably does have the most. I mean, I will give Richardson his pocket. He's not afraid of the pocket at all. That guy there just stands there. He's willing to take hits. He's big, cannon arm, man. He's what everybody loves. He's what everybody loves. He can make plays with his legs. And if you hit the home run with Richardson, you look like a genius. But man, what happens when you take him one and Bryce Young goes on to be a Hall of Fame quarterback and Richardson's good, but you pass on a guy because you wanted to fall in love with the guy that was the 4th rated quarterback for a reason, and then flies up tape because everybody loves the tape because he does make good reads. He can get through reads. He's got all the intangibles. I mean, he is huge again. Cannon arm, silk release. He's fast on the legs. He's got mobility. But it's just Bryce Young's also been this guy for a reason for multiple years now. Nate, you bring it up, prospect fatigue. It's like, I'm not saying Richardson's not going to be great. I think the kid, he's deserving to be getting this hype, but it's also quarterback, man. Like every quarterback gets hyped like this for a reason. It's the hardest position in sports. There's a reason 85% of them don't pan out. We said it a couple pods ago. The 7 billion people on Earth, 10 of them are good at quarterback. That's it. 10.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
there you go.
if you
Hope
look
pick
at
right.
like, sorry, you good?
Hey guys, this is Nate from the Playbook Sports Podcast, and I want to take a moment and thank today's sponsor, Gold, Fine and Bold Attorneys for the Injured. Established in 1962, these attorneys have served Central Illinois with dedication, care, and efficiency. In the last 10 years alone, they've recovered over $100 million in losses for their clients. Let me repeat that for you. Over $100 million for their clients. They specialize in workers' compensation, but are well-versed in automobile accidents, animal attacks, nursing home abuse, defective products, and wrongful death cases. If you're in need of any sort of legal representation, these fine gentlemen and their fantastic staff are available and are more than capable of helping you get what you are owed. Give them a phone call at 309-328-3997. Let me repeat that for you. 309-328-3997 and tell them that the Playbook Sports Podcast sent you. Gold, Fine and Bold, it's their experience that wins. Now let's get back to the video.
No, I just hope they pick right. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, I mean, it's really going to come down to where Richardson goes. Like, personally, I think Carolina's the best spot because I think Frank Reich can develop a quarterback.
100%.
You know, but like if Richardson goes somewhere that's not going to use his talents properly, I think we're going to see a lot of what happened in college. I mean, you saw like honestly, the same game, you would see him put up the best half and the worst half at the same time. And you're like, how do I evaluate this player? Because I'm watching him run 80 yards for a touchdown and throw for 80 yards for a touchdown and then 3 picks the next half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one of those prospects where you're like, okay, this is either going to be Josh Allen or it's going to be Jamarcus Russell.
Yep.
He's either going to be a monster. He's either going to dominate in the league or he's going to come out. And I don't like to make this comparison because I feel bad, but like he's only started how many games in the college profession? And it's like, okay, we're going to take him. It's like, hold on. Does this not ring a bell to anybody else where you take the dude that hasn't started many games in college and you take him over the sure thing?
Mhm.
Why?
Yeah,
Right.
man.
Yeah, like with the Bears, man, like you guys had Deshaun, like, and yeah, nobody knew Mahomes would become Mahomes, right? That's
Yeah.
just not something that everybody expected. But Deshaun Watson was Deshaun Watson at that point. It's like, okay, Bryce Young is that dude. Like he has looked fantastic. And same with CJ Stroud. And it's like, man, these guys are just falling because we're sick of talking about them. And this guy came out of nowhere in Florida and has become a freak athlete. And he's got to go number one. It's like, oh no. And it's the Colts in this mock draft from CBS Sports who trade up for him. Stay at 4 and take him.
Yeah.
He's not going to go before that.
He might be
What are
this
you doing?
year's Zach Wilson.
Oh God.
You know
he'll
Zach
do
Wilson
it at his
came
pro
out
day.
for 60 yards on a run, and they were like, oh,
Crossbody.
Crossbody.
Yeah,
'Cause
and
he
everyone
can.
wet
You know,
themselves.
he's got the arm to do that. He's going to show that he can do it effortlessly, and everyone's going to be like, "Yep, that's the guy." Because if I can mold him, he's the guy. And it's like, well, Bryce Young's already molded, man. You know what I mean? CJ Stroud's already molded as a passer. Richardson does have huge upside, but man, first pick, tough.
yeah. I don't know when we're gonna learn. Like, it's not all about the quarterbacks, like tangibles.
Yeah,
The
no, for real.
intangibles, what's between the ears, that's gonna be what. Like Tom Brady he was never throwing the longest out of any quarterback.
No.
He was never the fastest.
No,
Yeah,
no.
no.
But like, dude won because he could read a defense and he could throw accurate passes.
Yep. He
That's
was
what it
the
comes down to.
smartest guy.
Not a big combine guy.
Yeah, no, he was not. Although that
Yeah.
picture of him will live on forever. Long after humans are gone. If aliens or some other species were to take over this planet, I hope one of the first things they see is Tom Brady standing there in his oversized boxers. And they're like, what is this race?
I love it.
That would be awesome. I do love talking the draft, man. It's getting closer. We're 2 months away from the draft, and it's just getting better and better. Combine's coming up. I might have to drive over to Indy. I don't know. We might
Yeah,
have to go
driving
see
to
some. If we all go in like team polos and visors, they won't question us.
You sneak in.
Yeah, they won't know. They won't question us. Why would they? We look professional.
We'll make a pass.
Agreed.
Sure.
Anything else around the league that you guys want to mention before we move on to our quarterback draft? Nothing.
Taylor Lewan just got released. Another big offensive line.
Yeah, Taylor Lewan, yeah.
They
He
released,
expected
Robert
it, man.
Woods
He
as
broke
well.
that news months ago.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about the poor Tennessee Titans, who this past season had to still pay Julio Jones because they just got him, not long ago. They still paid him and Robert Woods, who they just released. They paid those two a combined $25 million this year, and they shipped off A.J. Brown because he wanted $22 million a year. Idiots. That's why that GM was fired.
Yeah, they're talking they might have to get rid of Henry.
Oh,
You
he's
know
their
what I
whole
mean? It's
team.
like, well, no, I mean, you almost got to look around. Do they not blow it up? I mean,
Yeah,
you probably
they should.
should. You
I think
probably
they're in the
should.
middle of it.
You had your window where you made an AFC Championship game, and you were the 1 seed the next year after that, and you just weren't able to get things done, man. You tried.
Yeah. Tannehill's 34. He's not getting any
You
younger.
can't keep doing it, man. If you don't have the quarterback now, you look at your division. All 3 guys are potentially going to have a quarterback for the future. Lawrence is entering year 3, and if he pans out, that guy's a Hall of Famer. You know what I mean? That's his talent potential. And then the next 2 guys, CJ Stroud, Todd McShay can't get enough of the guy, Minnie Mahomes, and Houston gets who?
Yeah.
It's Stroud or
The other.
It's like, come on, man. Like, you guys got to blow it up now. As crappy as it is.
Problem is that they don't have any like marquee players to trade for top picks.
know,
Like
man.
teams that when you blow it up, like the Dolphins in 2018 when we traded Laramie Tunsil, like that turned into obviously a huge haul for us. I don't know anybody on the Titans that's going to get that kind of a haul except maybe Jeffrey Simmons.
I
Yeah.
will say, Caleb Williams said he wants to play for Miami.
I saw
He
that too.
He said, get rid of Tua, get rid of concussion boy, and draft me.
Question boy.
It's like, man. He listed all the weapons. I'm like sitting there like, Caleb, be ready to go to a bum organization.
Yeah, he's going to go to some dog shit team.
He struggled.
Yep,
Yeah.
he'll go to literally the worst team next year because he'll be the
Don't
number
think,
one.
fuck whatever team on your nails in the NFL and see how that pans out for you, my guy.
Because no one's going to trade the number 1 pick next year.
No.
No way.
No.
I will say, as of 15 minutes ago, Shefty reports Bobby Wagner leaving the Rams.
Ooh, Rams are going to blow it up soon, I think. I'm really nervous about my Super Bowl pick.
They agreed to part ways.
Yeah, huh. I mean, he was only there for what, 1 season, right?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, he chose the Rams over the Ravens.
Dang. You
And
guys
then
got Roquan.
Well, I know, but if we got him originally, we never would have traded for him.
No, so it worked out better for you guys.
I'm smiling.
Worked out great for you guys. But yeah, it stinks that we're in the off season. No football really to talk about except XFL, which I'm sure we're all watching super closely. Go Battlehawks.
Did you see the
I
Seattle
will say,
comeback?
love the XFL. Hit a prize picks on the XFL. Come on, baby.
Ooh. All right. I do like their onside kick rule. Did you guys see this? Like not rule, but like the option. You can either do an onside kick or convert a 4th and 15. If you convert it, you get to keep the ball.
Ooh,
And I think that play also counts like for the drive. Like
Yeah, it does.
yeah, because you start at your own 25 with the one
Yep.
play, or they get the ball right there.
Yep.
I also love their kickoff.
Yep.
It looks cool. It's also way more safe. These guys aren't running full speed. It's literally like it's the most dangerous playing football. Just okay, go full speed and hit that guy because that's what you're doing, and everybody's just waiting for it. It's interesting. If COVID didn't happen, I think the NFL might already have adapted it. But if it goes on a couple years and some big plays happen, some exciting plays, it's an interesting idea and I like it. But XFL, that's what it's for, man. Test stuff out for the big guys.
They're going to be like the G League for the NBA. I think
100%.
XFL will get the guys that don't get drafted, that maybe get a little bit of more money going to the XFL as like a top guy instead of being an undrafted player in the NFL. And then they're like, hey, I will quit right now and sign with you as a free agent. It's like, okay, great. They're just going to be guys that are young that want opportunity. I mean, I might have to go sign up for an XFL team. I could be a safety.
All right, let's go to the XFL Combine. I worked with the wrong Combine.
We should. I would. But yeah, that's all we've got.